Welcome to the Round 8 press conference of the FIDE Candidates 2026. I'm joined by Hikaru Nakamura, who just won his game over Fabiano Caruana. Hikaru, this is a big revenge game for you, a nice win. How do you feel overall about this game?
Yeah, I think this is the first game where I got a decent position out of the opening, and I was more prepared than my opponent. So it wasn't anything special, obviously, but Fabiano burned a lot of time, and as I just heard Anish saying outside another interview, this time control is very nasty. If you get low on time, or even you get below like 20 minutes, you're already feeling kind of uneasy about the whole situation, even if it's only like 5 or 10 moves. So yeah, I just put a lot of pressure on Fabi, and he kind of was unable to hold it together. To be fair, he blundered right before time control. A very nice tactic or a way to checkmate. But I still think it was very difficult for him throughout the game. So it was very much a one-way game. So I'm pretty happy.
Very interesting that you say that this time control is very interesting. Javohir Sindarov has had an hour plus on the clock for many of his games, and he has been able to put pressure on his opponents and convert. How important is that in this format, and is the opening and how the opening goes for you that critical for getting an advantage right out of the gate?
Yeah, I think it's very critical. It's a part of the game or a component that doesn't normally exist. Normally, most tournaments have a 30-second increment for move 1, so it's a very different feel, certainly. I think when you have the increment, you can use a lot more time at the beginning, but here you have to be very, very careful. And I think actually a lot of players, including myself, in some game or another, have made big mistakes. I went into this thing against Javohir, which was absurd. I think Wei did the same thing. Fabi's in a couple games has been down an hour on the clock. I think everybody's just mismanaging their time, generally speaking. That's not to say that Javohir's not playing the best chess, obviously, or they shouldn't be winning, but I do feel like a lot of players are kind of just they're not managing their time correctly throughout the event.
Right. Okay, let's look at the game. So right off the bat, this bishop f4 is a pretty rare move. Was this fairly standard in your opinion? Or
to be fair, I thought Fabi would be a lot more creative and aggressive. I thought he would be in a situation where he felt like he had to win. So I was pretty surprised to see the symmetrical English, because I think in general it's pretty dry. Of course I had prepared this before the event, so it wasn't really that surprising. I guess to me I was a little surprised that Fabi spent so much time. Obviously A5 is not the best move. There's nothing wrong with A5 per se, but I think that it's very easy for white to play, and black has to find all the moves. So Fabi played A5, and then I kept blitzing out all my moves. It was really nice for once to not have to think at the very start of the game. So bishop f4, bishop a6, takes, rook d1, castles, and queen c2. And now, of course, queen c4 is the move that I had looked at. But we're already so deep in the game. So at move 18. So bishop c5 became as a new move, but I was already up an hour on the clock at this point, so it was generally pretty easy to play for me. It's just a matter of how to try and apply pressure. I was basically when he played bishop c5 instead of queen c4, just based off of logic alone, it seemed pretty obvious that I should play c4 to stop the queen from getting to that square. So I kind of figured it has to be the best move. Then we got queen b7, and then I played bishop e5. This move, it didn't feel right during the game, but I couldn't figure it out. I had a feeling I should be better, but bishop d6 maybe is a move, but I was always worried that if I trade too many pieces too quickly, it's going to end up in some kind of draw. Takes c5, and I don't know, maybe a computer will say there's some e5, and it's winning 30 moves from now, but very, very hard to go for, especially because I'm up a lot of time on the clock. So without knowing that it's good or something like that, is it good or not? Is bishop d6 good? No, it's not good. Okay, yeah, again, also though, queen d3, which I did consider, I wasn't sure, because he goes some rook b6, and if I go bishop e5, I wasn't sure about some f6 here, f6, bishop c3, e5, and I think maybe black can be better, because now the bishop on c5 is much better than the white bishop on c3. So yeah, I wasn't really sure about this, and then I just thought bishop e5, why not play something that looks nice, put the bishop in the middle of the board, try to bring the queen over to the king side. Yeah, and Fabi played, what did he play here? Yeah, queen e7, queen d3. Yeah, I think f6 is a mistake, practically speaking. But also it's very hard because, again, Fabi's already down to 50 minutes here for 20 moves. And, it's a position or a situation where I feel like you need to simplify already, because otherwise the clock's going to play a huge role. So he played f6. I was a little surprised that he just allowed this endgame.
Just a little unpleasant for black.
Of course it should be a draw, but after he played rook b8, I spent a lot of time here, and then h4 is best. Wow. See, I mean, this is there's some shades of which game? There's some game where I had in this tournament where I wasn't sure whether to put a pawn one square, two squares forward. Maybe it was against Yasipenko in round 2, but yeah, I wasn't sure if I should play H3 or H4. But here I spent a lot of time because I saw H4, I saw Rook D1 and Rook takes E6, and ultimately I couldn't make Rook D1 work. I thought Rook D1 there was always some Rook A7, like Rook C6, Rook D7 type stuff, and I mean basically the problem is Rook D7. I mean, there are probably many lines where I can end up a pawn. Like I can have 4 versus 3. So let's say like, I don't know, Rook E1, for example, some Rook D4, and these aren't best moves, but Rook E6, Rook C4, some like, I don't know, Rook A6, Rook C2, Rook F1, Rook B2. I mean, or okay, so whatever, Rook B2 first, whatever, doesn't matter. Rook A5, Rook A2, just to show the point. I felt like I could always get some 4 versus 3, but with correct play, this is obviously a theoretical draw.
Right.
So that's kind of why I spent a lot of time before playing this, before playing Rook E6, but I couldn't make Rook D1 work, so then I'm like, okay, well, Rook E6 is the obvious move then. But I thought Fabi was very precise. He played Rook B2, I played Rook E7 after a very long think. I mean, this is also why being up on time helps a lot, because I was able to use a lot of the time that I had accumulated in these like next 3 to 4 moves, and I think that was very, very critical for me to win this game. So played Rook E7, Rook B6, yeah, Rook A7, yes.
And did you feel like this H5 was funny?
I mean, I was shocked by H5. I mean, I thought that basically, like, I actually at some point started having these thoughts that like this is going to be like almost like my go back one move, like my Wei Yi game. So for example, say Black plays, I don't know, King H8, for example, or something. King H8, Rook D1, Rook B8, Rook D7, or something. And I had some funny feeling that it's going to be like Rook G8 here. And some like Rook C7, Rook E2, and like I'm gonna get some 4 versus 3. I mean, the game against Wei Yi was 3 versus 2, but like keeping 2 rooks on the board, and I started having these thoughts it was gonna be kind of something stupid like that game was. But yeah, then I played H3, Fabi played H5, which I was just shocked by this move because I didn't know it lost the game. But I mean, it's insane to let my rooks become active on the 7th rank. I thought it was completely insane. To be fair, Fabi missed. I mean, there's a very nice tactical solution here, which is why H5 loses. But
so you had seen this Rook A2 be Rook A.
I mean, I still thought Fabi was going to play like Rook B. Yeah, Rook B2, for example, I think is probably close to a draw, right? Mm-hmm. Like Rook A5 and some Rook C2 or something. I mean, yeah, of course. What?
Rook B7 takes, Rook B7, and okay, it's really...
Yeah, Rook B7. And
okay, something like this too. Yeah, I mean, again, I had a feeling this should be a draw. Basically, the point is, White should never let both my rooks become active. Once my rooks become active, if you're fortunate, it's a draw. But of course, like then it's anybody's bet what's going on. And I think Fabi, I mean, multiple spots here. I mean, he was low on time. He didn't realize that it could be dangerous. And he played H5, and after Rook D7, I mean, it's just gone completely because it was a very nice idea, which we'll see in a second. Yes, Rook D1, yeah, check, Rook D7. Wait, this was a mistake. No, this was correct when I played Rook D8 check or Rook D7. Maybe it's a transposition, actually. Maybe it's a transposition, I'm not sure. I'm wondering, because I saw the evaluation go down for a second, whether Rook D8 was correct or I should have played Rook D7. But anyway, I mean, what I did is think it's fine. Yeah, and I mean, what Fabi missed here, King H1 is winning? King H1 is winning, Okay.
What you played was also good on deep analysis. Like,
yeah, because the whole point is here what Fabi missed, he couldn't go King E8. So instead of King G8, King E8, yeah, Rook F7, King E8. Rook G7, Rook F7, King E8, and now there's Rook B7, and Black just loses because I just walk the king all the way to B1, and then I'm going to have the checkmate on the 8th rank, one way or the other. And this is what Fabi missed. I mean, he just missed this. Yeah,
so he has to give the pawn.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I think after I check Rook G6, I think it's just gone pretty much here. Like, I think it just leads to this endgame, which is just winning. I mean, yeah, for a second I wasn't 100% sure whether it's winning, but then I realized, it's E and H, and I mean, I've seen this endgame a lot, actually, probably more than most endgames, and as far as I know, there are no draws with E and H versus with the E and H pawns. And I mean, of course, there's the famous game from the Candidates, 2013, which Ivanchuk beat Carlsen with the same 2 pawns. So I mean, of course, I was familiar with that. I don't remember exactly where the kings were, but just based on that game and some other games that I've seen, I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is winning.
No, fantastic. Yeah, I think the risk of a draw comes with an F pawn, so E pawn is clear.
Oh, yeah. I mean, H and F pawn is an easy draw.
That is a draw. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to open up questions to the floor. If any reporter has a question, please raise your hand, and a mic will be sent your way. in front here.
Jafar from Prime Chess. Hikaru, congratulations. Being that you are one of the all-time greats to ever play the game, how do you separate the expectations you put on yourself versus the expectations that are coming from the outside? And does that ever play into your mind before going into a match like this?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't spent time on social media. I think social media is a terrible thing in general. I feel like very, very, very few good things come from it in general, if I'm being very blunt about it. So I haven't been paying attention. I mean, of course, I'm aware of some of the comments before the tournament. But at the end of the day, I mean, I just want to play good chess. And I mean, today I think kind of makes up for at least one of the bad games that I had earlier in the tournament. I don't think I ever should have, drawn the game against Wei and or lost to Fabi in the first game. So it feels like everything's evening out. But I mean, I really ignore the noise. I just want to play good chess. That's all I'm here to do.
Any other questions?
Congrats, Hikaru. On the game, when he played Queen B5, you playing Queen C2. I wanted to just ask like this as a practical question because, okay, maybe you could go for Queen D4. Like, what was the difference between both options? Because, okay, Queen C2, I don't know if it looks more passive, but I wanted just to see your thought process on this.
I mean, it's very simple. Queen C2 is the move that I had seen in the file. It's that simple.
Oh, okay, it was preparation.
This was still preparation. Yeah,
okay.
It's still preparation.
Okay.
I mean, if you ask me why not Queen D4, I mean, that's actually a reasonable question. I mean, I don't know. I think if you ask me to play this position over the board, I'm more likely to play Queen D4 than Queen C2.
Yeah, 18 moves crazy. Like 18 moves, like move 18, it's preparation. Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's happened in many games to many players. So it's, I mean,
and I have another question on move 40 when you were calculating all these things, Rook C5, Rook A6. Have you considered like what's the both things that I mean your thought process?
Yeah. So wait, you mean instead of Rook C5 on move 41 or?
Yeah, Rook A6 because it's forced line. So I wanted to see why you were thinking too much time like this.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the reason was simply that I knew that after that with Rook C5, I mean, it's a forced endgame. If I go Rook A6, I mean, maybe it's the same thing, honestly. But I just Rook C5. I mean, I'm gonna win one of the pawns for sure. I mean, I'm gonna win a pawn anyway. But after Rook A6, maybe I mean. It probably doesn't matter. I mean, I just played it because I knew that I had to get this 3 versus 1 or the 2 versus 0 because I had no other choice. So I didn't really think about it in depth. It was just a matter of just pick one of the moves and just play it.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
A question in the back over there.
Hello, Hikaru. Christopher from Indie Chess. Just want to say you seem like you're bouncing with positive energy right now. Could you share more about how you're feeling after the win?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good. It's quite nice to shut up all the idiots who think that I can't play chess anymore. I mean, I think that's, even if I don't win another game, I at least prove that, I belong here. So generally pretty happy with this game. I mean, I think what I would say is this tournament, frankly, as far as playing for first place has been over for me since probably like the 4th round when I didn't win against Wei Yi. So because of that, it's hard to be super negative about everything. But certainly, just winning a game is nice because I feel like I've had a couple of opportunities. Definitely one against Wei Yi I let slip away. But yeah, I mean, as I'm probably paraphrasing here because I don't remember the exact quote, but I think there's some quote that goes like, you have to make sure that you live your life. Most people just exist, or I think there's some Oscar Wilde quote along those lines. And basically just trying to enjoy everything. And I think, at this stage in my career, having played so many candidates, you never really know what's going to happen. And so I just try to take it day by day.
Another question from the floor, Maurice Ashley.
Hi, Hikaru. The reality of the tournament standings is that Java is doing obviously incredibly well. Does it feel any kind of way that it becomes anticlimactic that you beat a countryman in Fabiano Caruana?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was very surprised that Fabi played the way he did today. I was expecting him to play something crazy. I won't, say exactly what I was expecting, but I expected something much more aggressive from Fabi. And Fabi tried to play it very slow, and I felt like just make the draw today, and it was very surprising to me. But I had prepared for the game, and frankly, you have to play for yourself. And I think, making a draw or giving results, as someone who's played professionally, I don't think that's great. Obviously for the tournament standings, it's not great for the fans, certainly, because now it looks very much like the tournament's over, barring something crazy happening. But I'm just focused on my own game. So, what to do.